Alright guys, ZFR back here again today, and pretty much Destiny 2 was announced a few days ago. Everybody's hyped for it and stuff, but of course Destiny was not the most popular title out there in terms of how much people liked it and just in terms of the quality of it and all that. I'm going to get into that a little bit, but mostly we're going to be talking about Destiny 2 and whether or not you should give this game a second chance in this video. But before I do, sorry I've been gone all week. I've been busy as usual, but I'm going to be trying to go hard all week this week on YouTube, so just be prepared for that. We got a lot of awesome videos coming out. I'm going to talk a lot about Mass Effect this week and stuff, try to get some videos out on that. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So Destiny, let's start off with the original game. So original game, of course we found out it was a massive scam when it released. Like Bungie and Activision kind of lied to our face, because what the original gameplay we saw looked like and what the actual game looked like were two completely different pictures. So yeah, that was a big scam. We found out all of the DLC except for Rise of Iron was pretty much in the game from day one, but they actually took it out of the game last minute and pretty much sold it off as DLC. So we found out we didn't even get the full game at release, which really sucked. Stuff like that. Then there was the grind, there was the horrible story issues they had going on, and like there was the glitches, the multiplayer, all of that was just bad, and people just really weren't feeling Destiny. So without getting too deep into all that, let's look at what we have so far for Destiny 2. We know the story is going to be more straightforward this time. This time the story is not going to be circled around the mystery of the darkness, which we never even got anything on. Like, they never even talked about that really in the first game. They talked about for like the first 2 or 5 hours. Oh, but wait, that's how long the actual story was. So it doesn't matter. And we never got answers on that or anything. We just got some of its minions, and we never really got to see much of that. So yeah, it's good to see that they split off from that, and this time around the story's a little more straightforward. This time we're going to be looking at the city getting attacked by the Cabal, and it looks like the city's pretty much falling, and like the Guardians, the civilians, it looks like they're banding together to defeat them and stuff, and it's really going to be a more interesting, a more tight and focused storyline. Let me just say, Bungie, listen to me. Please at least try to get this. I know the original game was about what? The original game had about 18, 20 story missions. Please try to get this to like 25 story missions at least. More if you can. And make this a good story. That's what we need from the story here. We need a real good, solid, decent sized story that's going to satisfy all the people who are coming just for the story. This game has so much potential that you didn't use in the first one. Use this. Give us an actual cast of characters. Give us a bigger cast of characters. We already have the three, I forget what you call them, but the three dudes from the tower. I totally forgot because it's been so freaking long. Cade, I remember him. And then there's I forget the other dude's name, but you know who I'm talking about. Those three people, they're already a part of the cast. Make them a part of the cast. Give us some civilian characters. Give us some other Guardian characters that are just going to be NPCs. We have our Ghost still. Maybe bring the mysterious Scranger back. Actually finish her story this time. Like, God. Like, give us characters, give us good dialogue like you did with Cade 6 and the Taken King. That was great. Just give us more, alright? Like, I mean, just give us a actual story, a good story. You did Halo. Like, you have to know a thing or two about making a decent story. So do us that favor and put one in there. Then moving on from the story, I want a more open world experience. Like, Destiny was pretty much supposed to be a mix of what Destiny was pretty much supposed to be what Ghost Recon Wildlands is. It was supposed to be no, not even Ghost Recon Wildlands. I'm gonna say Mass Effect Andromeda. I feel like Mass Effect Andromeda kind of is a good example of what Destiny was supposed to be in terms of the exploration. Like just all those different planets and locations and stuff with a few different enemies here and there. I think that's kind of what we want. Like, we want to go to these worlds. We want bigger maps. We want stuff to do on these maps. Like, we want NPCs that are going to need our help. Maybe, like, have in the city, like, a map. Like, just have the city be massive and us being able to go through it. We see NPCs running around and stuff. Maybe you run into a few NPC guardians and civilians fighting off the Cabal. Maybe there's a kid trapped in a house and Cabal or like just surrounding the house and stuff. Like stuff like that. Just like add some cool dynamic side missions in like that in this game. I think that'll be really cool. Like, I don't want side missions where it's just point suit. Like, give us something interesting, you know? Like, if you're going to do the point suit thing, like, add an actual good reason behind it. Add something we actually are going to care about, something more direct. Like, the point here is be more direct with a lot of stuff. Don't have so much of the story tied up behind you know, the Grimlord. Like, we didn't like that. That is horrible. That's a horrible idea. All that stuff on the cards we should be seeing happening in the game. Like, don't put those adventures on the cards, put them in the game. But moving on from that, like, that's what I want to see happen with the open world and stuff. And sorry if I'm going fast. I'm just like really trying to get this out in, you know, this 15-minute timer that I've got here with Sarah Factory. But yeah, then the Crucible. Let's do something a bit different with the Crucible. I mean, the Crucible was good, don't get me wrong. This time let's make sure it's balanced well. Alright, let's make sure the balance is there. Remember what you did in the first game. Let's have some different maps. Let's have a lot more game modes. Let's have some bigger matches, like maybe like, you know, more guardians and certain matches. Let's have some more interesting stuff going on there. Then with the strikes and stuff, let's you know, let's have more really awesome, really cool strikes. I wouldn't mind if the strikes were more like the raids were, which is kind of what you start doing with the Taken King. We all really did love that. Like the strikes that you had in the Taken King, those were nice, and they were just like a nice facelift from what we were getting before. So do more stuff like that. Make it more interesting. Make them a little more tougher and make them more satisfying. And here we go, the big one. Oh my God. Please. Oh my God. Please. Do not make us grind as hard in this game as you did in last one. I know loot is a big part of Destiny, but here's the thing. Compared to somebody who sits down and plays Destiny for 5 hours a day, I don't know, or 4 hours or whatever, like someone who sits there and plays for 2 hours a day after like 5 days of playing should not be walking away with like, I don't know, 3 or 4 pieces of really, really good loot. Like, I mean, come on, like, reward people more. Like, it really sucks when you sat there playing the game for like, I don't know, a straight 3 hours and you only got like, I don't know, 2 pieces of loot out of that are actually worth it. Or like, I mean, come on, like some people just don't have as much time to play the game. I know they're trying to cater to people who sit down and grind like crazy, but if they run out of stuff to do, that's them. Like, I mean, and here's the thing. Like, I feel like that's one of the big problems with the main game. It was too focused around loot. It was too focused around getting the loot instead of just rewarding the player when they did accomplish something big and letting that be done. Because after you complete everything in the co-op and single player, like the multiplayer will hold the game up. Like, it will. Like, and you can add more. You can add more there with the DLC and stuff. Just don't screw us off the bat like you did last time. Like, so yeah, that's something I think they need to really seriously think about how they're going to do this loot thing this time around. I really do like the way they were doing it a little bit better towards the end of Destiny, like with bosses dropping more loot and stuff, more purples, all of that. There were ways to get more purples, to guarantee more purples and stuff. I did like that stuff. The raids, alright, the raids, please, Bungie, please stop being stupid. Alright, I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound mad, but I freaking hated this about Destiny, because I'm sitting here, and as all you know, I want to be a game designer when I get older. So like sometimes I'm a little bit passionate about this kind of stuff, and some things just frustrate me. Having the raids be private invite only was so stupid. Alright, it was really stupid. Like, not allowing people to just be able to do a public search on the raids was dumb. If that's the case, then just have somebody, then if somebody drops out or if somebody gets kicked out of the raid, then you can just like throw some new guy in there, like, hey, you're gonna be like, oh, but then he didn't have to play the whole raid. Bruh, like, listen, like, just listen to me here, alright? I really need you to put matchmaking on those raids. Like, some people might get ahead the easy way, some people might not have to work as hard, but it was such a stupid pain to have to find like 5 other people every week to try and do one of those raids. And then, like, if one of those people get frustrated and have to leave for some reason, like, then you have to find another one, and you might not have that many friends who play Destiny. That was a massive problem. You had people going on the app and finding random people anyway, so it didn't matter. You might as well have had matchmaking. Please do that, because that was one of the dumbest game design decisions I saw in the game. Like, please redo that, Bungie. Alright, moving on from that, overall, I just need Destiny 2 to have a facelift. I don't want just a little update of Destiny 1. I want a facelift. I want the game to look better. I wouldn't mind a change in the art style, because it feels like Destiny is trying to be a serious game with serious moments. But it's just hard to take it so serious when the art style just looks so goofy. So I wouldn't mind a more serious kind of looking art style, if you know what I mean. I'm not saying it has to all of a sudden be completely realistic, just maybe make it look a little less, you know, goofy, Destiny like. I mean, it looks PG, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, the art style looks very PG, and Destiny technically is PG, because, you know, it's T for teens, which I would honestly wouldn't mind if they made it rated M for mature. Like, I think that's better for a game anyway, because you just have complete freedom at that point, just about. So, I mean, that's something, but, you know, they're probably going to keep it teen, because that's Bungie. That's how they've been rolling since Halo. But, yeah, you know, just do more stuff with the game. Like, I just would like to see, I would like to see more of the stuff, more of the awesome stuff we get to see in all these trailers and cinematics. Like, I want some of that in the game, like some of that kind of action and stuff, you know, like where you're just sitting in the tower in the meeting room or whatever, and the Cabal just bursting and you have to fight your way out of the tower down into the sea, like stuff like that. But yeah, guys, overall I do think Destiny 2 might turn out to be worth a second chance, but it also might not. Like, honestly, I'm just waiting for this gameplay on May 18th. After that, I'll be able to say for sure whether I think this game is going to deserve a second chance or not. I'm going to tell you guys. You're going to hear my full honest opinion. Right now, I'm not convinced. Not at all. Not even close. I need to see more of what you're going to do differently this time before I can really just give you a second chance like that. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave likes and comments down below. really helps me out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more gaming videos like this. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. ZFR out.